What if I told you that a group of seemingly ordinary college students, armed with nothing more than their intellect and a deep understanding of mathematics, managed to outsmart the glitzy, high-stakes world of Las Vegas casinos? These weren't your typical gamblers. They were a group of nerdy college kids who, through sheer brainpower and strategic thinking, managed to outwit the most sophisticated gambling establishments in the world. And in the process, they made millions of dollars. Imagine the thrill of not just winning, but doing so in a way that was completely legal and above board. No weapons were involved. No elaborate disguises or secret heists. Just pure, unadulterated math. The kind of math that could turn the tables in a game of chance. They confidently walked into the most secure casinos in America and walked out with stacks of cash, all obtained legally. This isn't a tale spun from fiction or a plot from a Hollywood movie. This is the real story of the MIT Blackjack Team. A story of how a group of brilliant minds pulled off one of the most legendary money grabs in history using nothing but their wits and a deck of cards. Their success was not just about the money. It was about proving that intelligence and strategy could triumph over luck and chance. Welcome to 0 Hour Files, where we delve into stories that blur the line between reality and fiction. Our story begins at the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, in the late 1970s, with a handful of students who shared a common trait: an insatiable curiosity and a penchant for solving complex problems. They weren't gamblers in the traditional sense. They were intellectual adventurers, geniuses with a taste for risk and a desire to test the limits of their mathematical prowess. It was during this time that they stumbled upon the concept of card counting, a method that uses logic and statistics to shift the odds in blackjack, a game traditionally dominated by chance. But their journey truly took off when they crossed paths with Bill Kaplan, a Harvard MBA who had already made a name for himself by beating Vegas at its own game. Kaplan brought a new level of discipline and strategy to the team. Kaplan didn't just join them, he became their mentor and strategist. He set up rigorous simulations, tests and rehearsals to prepare them for the real thing. Only the sharpest minds, those who could handle the pressure and complexity of the game, made the cut. They were evolving from a group of individuals into a cohesive unit. They were becoming a well-oiled machine, each member playing a crucial role in the operation. The operation ran with military precision. Spotters were strategically placed at tables, quietly counting cards while placing small, inconspicuous bets. When the deck turned favorable, full of high-value cards that increased their chances of winning, the spotter would send a discreet signal. This was the cue for the big player to step in. The big player would then engage in high-stakes, fast-paced play. In and out, they moved with the agility of seasoned professionals. They communicated through fake arguments, subtle hand gestures, and coded phrases like, "Your wife called." This was their way of saying, "This table is hot, time to move." They operated in teams across the country, each member playing a specific role in the grand scheme. Sometimes their operations involved as many as 80 players, all working under the business name Strategic Investments. And the profits? They were absolutely staggering. In just one weekend in Vegas, they managed to rake in over $400,000. All of this was done legally, without any form of cheating. Just math. They lived a lifestyle that many could only dream of. First-class flights, luxurious penthouse suites, and VIP service at every turn. But despite their success, they always operated undercover. Wigs, fake IDs, accents and disguises were all part of their arsenal. Each move was rehearsed, each hand meticulously calculated. And it was working. Millions of dollars were flowing in, a testament to their skill and strategy. But as with any high-stakes game, the higher the stakes, the greater the risk of a fall. Casinos, ever vigilant, started catching on to their tactics. They hired private investigators to track the team's movements. They formed watch lists to keep an eye on suspected card counters. They even shared facial scans across the country, creating a network of surveillance that was hard to evade. Some members of the MIT team found themselves being tailed, interrogated, and scrutinized. One player was cornered in a back room and banned for life, even though he hadn't broken any laws. The team, ever resourceful, adapted once again. They took on new names, moved to new cities, and adopted new faces. But the casinos were evolving faster, implementing new technologies and strategies to counteract card counting. And the walls were closing in. By 1993, the pressure became too much. The team disbanded. Players were burnt out, their faces too well known, the heat too intense. Bill Kaplan, the mastermind behind the operation, stepped away. And just like that, the MIT Blackjack Team became a part of history. But not before they walked away with an estimated $10 million, all without ever committing a crime. In response, casinos upgraded their technology, introducing automatic shufflers and facial recognition systems. These changes forever altered the landscape of casino gaming. The MIT Blackjack Team became legendary, inspiring books, documentaries, and even the Hollywood movie 21. But the real story, it was even more unbelievable. These were students, not seasoned hustlers or criminals, just brilliant minds who saw a crack in the system and walked through it. They didn't steal. They outthought one of the most powerful industries on Earth. And for a while, they won. So here's the real question. If you had the chance to make a fortune legally by beating the system, would you do it? Would you walk into a casino, play your cards right, and disappear into the night, leaving behind a trail of success and intrigue? Or would you fold, choosing the path of least resistance? Let us know in the comments. And if you love real stories that sound like movies, but actually happened, like this video, subscribe to 0 Hour Files, and tap that notification bell to stay updated on more incredible stories. To quote Mats Fredriksson, "The past always leaves a trail,